My Lord, the information that Mr. Mnisi requested is the same as the one that I was interested in. So I have no other information.
Ms. Mshololo? Admissibility?
My Lord, except one aspect, we require, there's a gap in our telephone records,
The
but
what?
she's looking at it. It's not something that will stop the proceedings now. So we can proceed if the state is proceeding.
You say there's a gap.
Yes, there are
What
certain
gap-
dates
what
that we
gap is
haven't, from the 2nd of February 2021 to the 14th of March 2021. We don't have. Our records only begin from the 15th of March 2021, my Lord.
So, Mr. Mr. Sivanda,
My Lord, along with Mr. Admissibility, we requested from the witness to look into that gap and just check if she does have data for that particular.
how does Mr. Admissibility know that there's a gap?
Because the information was disclosed to the defense.
Yeah,
my Lord.
how does he know there's a gap?
My Lord, the data that was requested is
Yeah.
from a certain period up until the 15th of March.
That's it.
And then what he has indicated to us is that from the 2nd of February up until 15 March, he does not see any transactions
From his own
from
Section 205
from what we
documents.
have disclosed indeed, so my Lord. So I requested the witness to look into the system and check if there's any data on her side, and then she was in the process
Oh,
of.
have you done that, ma'am? Or you're still going to?
I'm still in the process of doing that, my lord. I was just approached about it a few minutes ago.
A few minutes ago.
Yes.
How many gaps are there? You say it's from the 15th?
My Lord, as I'm saying, it's from the 2nd
Second
of
to the-
February
Is it
2021 to
second,
the
sorry, second?
February 2021.
February
Yes,
2021
to the 14th of March 2021, my
to the
Lord.
14th of March
Yes, because it
2021.
yes.
So you say this gap, is it in respect of which number?
It's in respect of the 6890 number, my Lord.
6890.
0. Yes, my Lord.
And you don't know it communicated with which numbers or number?
My Lord, we don't know, but
Okay, fine.
essentially because there are two dates that I mentioned, that on the 7th of February,
Yeah.
the phone was found on him.
Okay.
On the 8th, it was taken to TSU for
Okay.
analysis, my
All
Lord.
right, fine. Mr. Ngomezulu, any gap or lacuna, or are you satisfied with the information furnished?
Sorry. Nothing, my Lord.
Yeah, I'm asking whether you are satisfied with the information
I am satisfied.
supplied. Okay, you're still under oath then, ma'am. So me, I've not been finished with the new exhibits.
I will furnish my Lord, Your Lordship.
Huh?
We'll provide the court with the copies of the new exhibit. The maps, my Lord, is going to be exhibit triple J7A.
Exhibit
Triple J7.
triple J7A.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah. And the previous exhibit also is still applicable.
No, my Lord. We'll proceed with the new exhibit that I'm going to give it to the court now.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And then another exhibit that I will refer to today is exhibit triple M.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am? This one as well.
Exhibit triple M.
That's correct.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. Ma'am, let's start by clarifying this aspect. This data, whether it's AMA data or the GPRS stream that is generated on the section 205.
It is a combination of AMA and GPRS data.
bathi labakuhlangene ne-armor ne-GPRS data.
So when it's recorded on your system, does it get recorded when a certain device gets in touch with a tower, or it gets recorded when a device receives or makes a call? Can you just explain that?
Bathi manje-ke lokhu kuqoshwa uma ukuthi umakhalekhukhwini uzama ukuxhumana netower noma iqoshwa uma ukuthi umakhalekhukhwini kukhona akutholayo ukuphuma kwetower.
Okay, a device as well as a SIM card is registered on the network. The activities pertain to the SIM card when you receive or make a call.
So-ke i-SIM card-ke ibhalisiwe ku-network. Kuthiwa-ke okwenzekayo ukuthi kuyaqoshwa uma ukuthi khona umakhalekhukhwini lowo akutholayo okufana nokuthi athole ucingo.
So what triggers, sorry, so that I understand, what triggers the signal in the tower?
The activity of the SIM card.
The SIM card or the device?
The
Or
SIM,
both?
both.
Yeah, because, yeah, okay, so both, because the SIM card is embedded in the
In
device.
the handset, yes.
Okay, fine.
Into edenza ukuthi idala ukuthi kube nokuxhumana ngetower kusho ukuthi okwenzekayo kumakhalekhukhwini exhumene nayo leyo SIM card asebenza ngayo.
Okay, now just to illustrate this point properly, let's say device A is in Foslora Square, in the vicinity of Foslora Square Tower. And at that stage, for 30 minutes, there are no activities on the device as well as the SIM card. Will that be recorded on the section 205?
No. So basically what happens is that if there's no activity on the SIM card or device, nothing will register on the network. So when you make or receive a call, that tower is picked up as your initial base station. You can then be on a call until you reach another point, but it does not pick up that point where you end the call. It will only pick up the originating call of that tower.
So-ke uma ukuthi umakhalekhukhwini uzama ukuxhumana nomunye umakhalekhukhwini, let's say kuthiwa-ke lapha umakhalekhukhwini lo utholakala ukuthi usendaweni eseduze ne-Phosphorus Tower, uhleli-ke lapho imizuzu engama-30. Kwenzekani lapho? Manje uthi-ke uma kuwukuthi akho lutho olwenzekayo umakhalekhukhwini, sothi-ke akukho vele okuzokwenzeka kulo makhalekhukhwini, kodwa-ke uma leyo makhalekhukhwini ezama-ke ukushaya ucingo, itower-ke yona izovuka ibisiyabona ukuthi kukhona okwenzekayo ibisidlulisa leyo call. Kodwa uma ukuthi-ke lo makhalekhukhwini uyasuka uyadlula uloku ukhuluma kanjalo, yiphi-ke itower-ke ezogcina ebhalwe athi no cha, itower izobhalwa le eqale ngayo ukuthi kuqala ube nokuxhumana, hayi basabhala ukuthi yasiyacima isixhumana nale yasixhumana nesixhumana le, izobhalwa nje yokuqala lezi ezinye ngeke zibhalwe.
Yes.
When another call is received or made, or an SMS received or made, or any GPRS activity takes place, it will then pick up a new tower.
Utho uma sekwenziwa bese lisho olunye ucingo futhi usho ukuthi usuqala kabusha usayotshaya ucingo noma ke usuthumela kabusha umlayezo we-SMS, lapho ke hayi isizothatha ke le tower entsha.
Towers along the route whilst on the cell phone are not registered.
So ke amatower ke azoloku kudlulwa kona uma kuloku kuqhutshekwa ke nokukhuluma ke nalo makhalekhukhwini angeke abhalwe.
Is that all? Thank you. Yes. I want to refer you to Exhibit MM. My lord, this is a new exhibit that we are introducing. It is a letter from the LPC on Wednesday. You made reference to a number ending with 7605.
Yes.
So let's start to khulume ngenumber egcina ngo-7605 what you have.
And then also on the, you also made reference to Exhibit DD5E Roman figure 3. It was an extract where you also made reference to please call me messages. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And then you also made reference to Exhibit DD5E Roman figure 1, where you made mention of SMSs, outgoing calls and incoming calls.
Yes, correct.
And then can you place the information on Exhibit MM on record? Just for the sake of completeness, just place all the entire information appearing on this document.
This is from the Gauteng Provincial Office, Legal Practice Council. It then gives us the address. The letter is dated 20 June 2024 and addressed to Advocate Baloy. It then says to whom it may concern.
Objection, my lord. This letter is not written by this witness and is addressed to Mr. Baloy. On what basis is this witness introducing this evidence now on record?
It doesn't follow that it has to be written by her. As I understand the evidence as it's being led, she will explain the exigency why that information, she places it on record. Am I making sense?
That is correct, my lord. And if need be, we can call the author of this letter to come and testify.
No, fine, yeah.
If the author will be called, my lord, then the author, we should wait for the author to come and read the letter. If this witness, because it's from Vodacom, my lord.
Who's
this
no,
witness, if he
Mr.
wants to-
Mshololo, I don't understand you. You don't want her to read this.
Exactly, that's the basis of my objection, my lord.
Who wrote this letter?
If I may finish, it's not this witness.
Who requested the letter, in other
It's
words?
not this witness.
Who requested the letter, ma'am? It's not this witness.
It's not this witness, my lord.
Who requested the letter?
It's not written, but it's
It's
addressed.
written. It says Mr. Baloyi.
It's addressed to Mr. Baloy.
That's it.
Yes.
So he communicated with that, and he's a prosecutor in this matter.
Yes.
So let's wait and hear what this witness says, and if her evidence is inadmissible, it will be expunged from the record. Okay.
It would be better if it would be expunged.
We don't even know what she's going to say. That's a problem. What are you expunging?
My lord, he's not supposed, this evidence is not supposed to be led through this witness. That's the basis
Okay,
for my objection.
Mr. Baloyi, what's the... They say this evidence is not supposed to be in this court, in other words.
My lord, because it's from the Vodacom shop, if you want to read the number and make reference to this number into her evidence, he can just make those
Okay,
references
I've heard
to
you. I've heard you. The evidence is allowed until I decide otherwise. Just continue, ma'am.
As a
Sorry.
please, ma'am. Yes, proceed.
To whom it may concern, I hereby confirm that the firm Giaco Mpalele Attorneys Incorporated, with practice number F18209, is registered as a firm of attorneys on the roll of the Gauteng Provincial Office of the Legal Practice Council. The firm details are recorded as follows. Mchiako Mpaslele Attorneys, Inc., with the postal address being P.O. Box 32923, Braamfontein, 2017. Physical address number 10 8th Street, Melville, Johannesburg, 2092. Telephone number 079 039 7605 in brackets 086 511 8901. It then gives us the email address of mjiako.dn@gmail.com, and it's signed by Mr. V.L. Maluleka, Legal Office Professional Affairs. And then it says that all queries should be referred to comfortn@lpc.org.za.
Thank you.
Kuthiwa-ke le ncwadi lena ivela ku-Gauteng Provincial Office iphuma kule nhlangano ekuthiwa i-Legal Practice Council.
Sorry, before you proceed, as I understand the evidence, is the reading of this letter by this witness triggered by this, the number you said, it's 7605.
That's correct, my lord.
Yeah, that's how I follow the evidence.
That's correct.
And we're talking about cell phones and telephones here.
That's correct.
Yeah, okay, let's hear.
Kuthiwa-ke le ncwadi ithunyelwe ngomhla ka-20 June 2024 ithunyelwa-ke ku-Advocate Baloyi ichaza ukuthi-ke lapha-ke ineletha isiqiniseko sokuthi ifirm uMjiako Mphahlele attorneys abane-practice number F18209 ibhalisiwe njenge-firm noma iqembu labameli ababhalisiwe ngaphansi kwe-Gauteng Provincial Office Legal Practice Council. And kuthiwa-ke imininingwane yabo ikanjena-ke bathi Mjiako Mphahlele Attorneys Inc. Ikheli labo PO Box 32923 eBramfontein, code 2117 labezinze khona-ke senumber 10 8th Street, Melville, Johannesburg. Kuthiwa ifoni yabo u-079 039 7605 or 086 511 8901. I-email address yabo mjiako@gmail.com. Manje lena-ke incwadi ibhalwe u-Mr. V.L. Maluleke. Ikheli lakhe-ke lithi comfortn@fpc.org.za.
Thank you. Then, ma'am, what is your comment regarding the entry on Exhibit DD5E, Roman figure 1 on page 15, SMS received on the 10th of September 2020 at 1858? Is it the same number?
Yes, the number under telephone number on exhibit M correlates or is the same number appearing on page 15 of exhibit DD5E in brackets.
Kuthiwa-ke le number-ke evela kulesi sikhombisa esilaye inkantolo kuthiwa u-exhibit DD5 DD5E ekhasini ka-number 15 iyafana-ke leyo number nale number ebhalwe kule ncwadi.
And then now let's refer to Exhibit DD5 Roman figure 5E Roman figure 3. The police call me. Does the number appearing on Exhibit MM correlates with the police call me on Exhibit DD5E Roman figure 3?
Yes, that is correct. The numbers are the same.
So the number evela ku-exhibit DD5E nale evela ku-exhibit MM ziyafana.
Sorry, can you mention the numbers so that we all know what we are talking about?
It's 079 039 7605.
So the number khulunywa 079 039 7605.
And you say it correlates on that exhibit DD5E with which number? Or it communicated with which number? The SMS or the SMS or whatever?
The number ending 6890. 890.
Nathi-ke uthumelane umlayezo we-SMS nale number egcina ngo-6 6890.
Thank you. And can you count on Exhibit DD5E 3? How many police call me's were sent?
There were 3 please call me's.
Ke khona izicelo ezintathu zokushayelwa ucingo.
Can you confirm that there are other communications between the number ending with 6890 and 7605? But for our purpose, only focus on what I'm going to direct you to.
I didn't get the last part.
I'm saying there are other communications on Exhibit DD5E, Roman figure 1. However, at this stage, I'm only directing you to certain communications.
Okay,
Let's proceed to page 44.
44.
Yes, of Exhibit DD5E, Roman figure 1.
DD5, Roman figure 1.
That's correct, ma'am. Page 44.
Yes.
The activities on the 27th of October 2020.
During what time?
Let's start from 08/12/54.
Okay. At 12:54 seconds, the number ending 6890 received a call from the number ending 7605. That lasted 33 seconds.
Can I confirm the time?
8:12:54 seconds.
Kuthiwa ngomhla 27 October 2010 isikhathi ku-8:12:59 seconds inamba egcina ngo-6890 yathola ucingo oluvela kule namba egcina ngo-7605 bahlala-ke imizuzwana ema-33.
And the next transaction,
The next transaction was at 8:22:21. The number ending 6890 was on voicemail. Received a call from 7605. Lasted 3 seconds.
Kuthiwa ngo-8:22:21 seconds inamba egcina ngo-6890 yathola yayiku-voicemail eza ngokushayelwa-ke inamba egcina ngo-7605 bahlala lena-ke ebishaya-ke yahlala imizuzwana emithathu ocingweni.
okay, then let's refer to 21:44:30. Also, just to give you a little bit of background, as per Exhibit EE, which is evidence before this court, this is the day in which accused number 2 made a first appearance in Boksburg Magistrate Court. Now let's proceed to that time, 21:44.
At 21:44:30 seconds, the number ending 6890 received an SMS from the number ending 7605.
Kuthiwa ngesikhathi sika-21:44:30 inamba egcina ngo-6890 yathola SMS evela kule namba egcina ngo-7605.
And the next transaction,
At 21:44:32 seconds, 6890 received an SMS from the number ending 7605.
Kuthiwa-ke ngesikhathi sika-21:44:32 seconds inamba egcina ngo-6890 yathola SMS evela kule namba egcina ngo-7605.
and then lastly on page 45 of Exhibit DD5E, Roman figure 1, on the 28th of October 2020, at 17:59:32.
During this period, the number ending 6890 received a call from the number ending 7605, and that lasted 828 seconds.
So leso sikhathi ke inamba egcina ngo6890 yathola ucingo oluvela kule number egcina ngo7605 bahlala ke imizuzwana ke engamakhulu ayisishiyagalombili amashumi amabili nesishiyagalombili.
Thank you. Now let's proceed to Exhibit J7A, the map. Do you have the document in front of you?
Yes.
Okay. How many pages is this document?
It comprises of 18 pages.
And can you tell the code how was it generated? On which system was it generated?
These maps were generated on Vodacom's in-house system called Atoll. Atoll.
Kuthiwa le map lena ithole emshinini obizwa i-Atoll wangaphakathi kwa Vodacom.
On page 2, I see there is a date. Can you please that on record?
21 June 2024.
Kuthiwa ke i-date ebhaliwe lapho mhla 21 June 2024.
Do you have access to the system?
Yes, I
Wathi
do.
yawazi yini ungena kuleyo mshini othi yebo?
Can you confirm the correctness of this information?
I can confirm that it is correct.
Wathi letha isiqiniseko sokuthi ke lolwazi likhona lana luyiqiniso.
Just for the benefit of the accused persons, will you be able to beam that map on the screen?
Yes.
Sorry, just for my edification. I see here you're saying crime scene in red X. What do you mean? Are you saying this because like the crime scene in your document colored in red?
Yes, my lord.
Okay. So everybody has red except me, or what is the position?
No, my lord. It was printed out in black and white.
But the original document is
It's
in
in
red.
color.
Have you shown it to all the accused? Just show it so that you don't have problems in future.
Okay.
They must view it as a red, as you're saying it's a red, but that after it has been photographed, it is reduced to black and white.
I'm hovering over with my mouse, if everyone can see that, here where X is almost to the middle bottom of the page. And that's on the first map.
Yeah, okay. Is that where it says spread view SGS?
Yes, that is correct, my lord.
Okay.
Okay. From that red cross, are you able to give the address of the crime scene?
Yes, I will give it to you shortly.
Cela ukuthi alethe ikheli lapho kwenzeka khona isigameko ukuthi uzosinika khona manje.
It is number 13511, Kutlwanong Street, Vosloorus.
With number 13511 Kutlanong Street, Vosloorus.
Okay. And then I see there are several towers. Are you able to place them on record as well?
No, I'm not with you guys.
We're still on page 2, my lord.
Are you page 1 or page 2? Which page are you on?
2.
I'm on page 2.
Yeah, that's right. I'm on page 1. And this is page 2. Okay.
No, page 1, my lord, is the
Yeah, it's just
first page with the lady
with the
with the child. That's page 1. Page 2 is the one overview of towers, crime scene in red. That's page 2.
distances to crime scene.
No, my lord. It's written overview towers, crime scene
Okay,
in
so
red.
the numbering is done like this. It's C1. Oh, it's C2. I see here. It
Yes.
says C2 general.
Yes.
C3, C2 general. No, it doesn't make sense to me.
No, in the middle there's page numbering. There's a page number
okay,
there.
so, fine, okay. In the middle, fine.
Yes.
So you are on page 2 now.
Yes.
I'm sorry about this. Okay, fine. So the address which you mentioned, you see it on page 2. The 11th, the one you say is 13511.
Yes, I will show you on this map
Yeah,
which
please.
where it is. So it will be reflected on page 4,
Yes. Page 4.
the second column.
Second column.
Yes, above in, my apologies, you don't have it in red, but it is the second column, which indicates 13511 Kutlwanong Street, Vosloorus, and in brackets it says crime scene.
So lapha ku page 4 ngaphansi ka column 2 uzobala lapho ukuthi kubhalwe ukuthi 13511 Kutlanong section Kutlanong street kuthiwa ke kuma bracket ke lapho kubhalwe ukuthi crime scene kusho ukuthi indawo yesigameko.
Sorry, just look at this. It's all Greek to me. Just give the lady, maybe we're referring to two different documents.
Page 4. Yes, there's it here. Yeah.
So that's page?
Oh, excuse
Sorry,
me, we can
we
mark
have
it
a-
with.
Yeah,
Okay.
please, yeah, because, Mr. Mnisi, are you with the witness?
Yes, we are, my lord.
Because I'm so stupid, I'm not with her.
Excuse me, my lord.
And I say I'm so stupid, I'm not with her at this time.
Is it so, my lord?
Does it surprise you?
No, it doesn't.
I'm happy you think I'm clever.
Yes.
Okay,
Just-
yeah, let's proceed then.
Just help everyone, refer to the page and then where you are, so that I do not interrupt you asking to place the page numbers on record.
Right now, we are on page number 4.
Number 4, right? Yeah.
Yes. The
Just before
top
we do that, can you just explain, before we go to page 4, explain what is on page 2 and 3? What is depicted there, so we can go to page 4.
Sure. So as we've said, on page 2, it's an overview of all the towers that was requested,
Right.
and that reflects on the set of data. And towards the bottom, where Sprite View SGS is, it should be marked in a red X that indicates the crime scene.
So lapha ku
Okay.
page 2 kukhulunywa ke ngokuthi lapha kuvezwe umfanekiso wonke amathawa. Bathi kumase uyangenzansi ke lapha kubhalwe khona straight view SGS ila kuthiwa khona ke ila isigameko senzeka khona.
can we then move on to page 3? On page 3, on the top, the headings would say all towers, distances to crime scene. You will then find on this map that on the map that is shown here, there's pink arrows which indicate the distances from one tower to the other. In blue, you would then find that those are the towers that have been mentioned.
So lapha page 3 ubhale lapha phezulu ukuthi all towers distances to crime scene ukusho ukuthi ke wonke amathawa ukuthi akude kangakanani ke nala nendawo yesigameko ebese kuthiwa ke futhi kukhombisa futhi nokuthi ibanga phakathi kwamathawa lingakanani.
If we move on to page 4, the heading is area 123 dash site distances to crime. That is just for ease of reference, and that information reflects on page 3 and explained on page 4.
So lapha page 4 ke chazayo ukuthi emabanga ke angakanani kusuka endaweni ezithize ukuyofika lapha endaweni yesigameko kodwa ke konke lokuchazwe ekhasini lesithathu.
I've gone a step further to explain the physical addresses of that tower.
So uqhubekile ke wafaka nokuthi ke amathawa lawa amakheli awo athi.
In other words, it is the address of where the tower resides.
Khulunywa ngamakheli alapho amathawa etholakala khona.
Sorry, and you call it site.
Yes,
So tower and site are the same thing.
the same thing.
Okay, fine.
Yes. Can you now proceed to put the information appearing on page 4 onto the record?
Okay. We begin on the top of the page with spread view.
Tiqala lapha ngenhla kwepage kubhalwa ukuthi spread view. 1 Kutwanon Street amakheli kilometer lodwa namameter awo 18.
Just also place the crime scene on record.
Crime scene physical address 13511 Kurtelwanong Street, Vosloorus.
So indawo ke sigameko ikheli lakhona 13511 Kutlanong Street eVosloorus.
The next tower or site is Parke, which is 2.2 kilometers. Thereafter,
So it bayalandelayo iphakhe eyama kilometer awu 2.2.
thereafter we have Vosloorus Tower, which is 2.9 kilometers.
So emva kwalokho kune Vosloorus Tower 2.9 kilometers.
Just let's also place the physical address of the site on record.
Okay.
Yes.
The physical address of Spruitview is 1816 Ramallo Street, Spruitview, Katlehong. Parke physical address is 197 Tubela Street, Parke, Katlehong. We then move on to the tower Vosloorus, which is 2.9 kilometers away, and that resides in 6125 Mac or MC Botha Drive, Vosloorus, extension 1, Vosloorus.
The last one is Mike what?
Mac Botha or MC
was the
Botha.
Minister of Interior in the apartheid government.
Kuthiwa ke lana imikheli lokuqala Spruitview 1816 Ramallo Street Spruitview. Ikheli lesibili ke iphakhe 197 Tobela Street eKatlehong ebese kuba ikheli lase Vosloorus 6125 MC Botha Street.
We then move on to the next one. Moseleke is 3.1 kilometers from the crime scene. Address 539 Lekula Street, Moseleke, Gatlehong.
Kuthiwa-ke elandelayo Mseleki inekhelele 539 Lekula Street Mseleki kuthiwa-ke yona-ke iwu-0.1 kilometers ubude bebanga kusuka lapha endaweni yesigameko.
Vosloorus Square, 3.2 kilometers. Vosloorus Square, Beerman Road, Vosloorus. Beerman.
Kuthiwa-ke i-Vosloorus Square yona iwu-3.2 kilometers kusuka endaweni yesigameko. Kuthiwa-ke imigwaqo ukuwona-ke uBeerman Street eVosloorus Square.
Clinics Tower, 3.9 kilometers. Number 9, Sam Sakoti Avenue, Marimba Gardens, Vosloorus.
Kuthiwa-ke elandelayo-ke ise-number 9 Sporty Street, Marimba Gardens, eVosloorus. Ibude bala ikhona-ke amakhilomitha amathathu, 3.9 kilometers.
Sali section, 4.4 kilometers. 140 Sankela Street, Sali, Gatlehong.
Kuthiwa-ke ukhona-ke lesi Sali section ikhela 140 Samkela Street. Kuthiwa-ke amakhilomitha awu-4.4 ukusuka endaweni yesigameko.
Bopangkhotso, 4.5 kilometers. 6767 Kopopi Street, Vosloorus.
Kuthiwa-ke eBopangkhotso yona amakhilomitha awu-4.5 kuthiwa-ke ise-number 6767 Kopopi Street.
Bonego, 4.5 kilometers. Address is 815 Rama Konopi, Gatlehong.
Kuthiwa-ke lesilandelayo-ke siwu-4.5 kilometers ikhalela so yalalethawako 815 Ramkunopi Street eGatlehong.
Tabo Nsako is 6.1 kilometers. Address is 11761 Tlapi Street, extension 2, Takoza, Alberton.
What is the kilometers?
6.1.
Kuthiwa-ke le elapho kuthiwa what is the name? Is it Tabo?
Tlapi Streets.
No, the name of it.
Tabo Nsako.
Kuthiwa-ke elandelayo ibizwa ngokuthi Thabo Nsako. Kuthiwa lapha ise-11761 Tlapi Street eThokoza. Yona-ke ibude amakhilomitha ukuyofika kuyona amakhilomitha ayi-6.1.
Next one is Lifter. Here it is. Lifter en Vrede, which is 12.5 kilometers at 8 Blauwgom Crescent, Lifter en Vrede, Johannesburg South.
Kuthiwa elandelayo i-Lifter en Vrede amakhilomitha awu-12.5 kilometers ukusuka-ke number 13511 Kutlanong Street. Yona-ke ise-number 8 Blauwgom Crescent, Lifter en Vrede eJohannesburg.
City Deep indicates 13.9 kilometers. It's at number 1 Bonsmara Road, City Deep, Johannesburg South.
City Deep ibonisa ibanga eliyi 13.9 kilometers. Ise number 1 Bonsmara Road, City Deep, Johannesburg.
Besonia, 14 kilometers, 31 Peter Ackroyd Avenue, Besonia, Johannesburg South.
Kuthiwa Basonia ke ingama ibukhombisa yaphi ibanga lika 14 kilometer ese number 31 Peter Ackroyd Avenue, Basonia, Johannesburg.
Thereafter, we have Heidelberg Road, 15.7 kilometers, at 2 Vikers Road, City Deep, Johannesburg.
Khona ithalandelayo ku Heidelberg Road ibanga lo 15.7 kilometers ise number 2 Vickers Road, City Deep, Johannesburg.
We then have Benrose, which is 16.5 kilometers, at number 10 Adam Road, Benrose, Johannesburg.
Elandelayo Open Road ibanga ama kilometer 16.5 ise number 10 Adam Road, Benrose, Johannesburg.
Belgravia, 17.3 kilometers, at 31 Princess Street, Jeppestown, Johannesburg.
Elandelayo Belgravia ibanga 17.3 kilometers ise number 31 Princess Street, Jeppestown, Johannesburg.
Thereafter is Volhunter at 17.5 kilometers, at number 12 Crown Street, Volhunter, Johannesburg.
So elandelayo Volhunter ama kilometers 17.5 kilometers ise number 12 Crown Street, Volhunter, Johannesburg.
Thereafter we have Moy Street, 18.6 kilometers, and that resides in 19 Groot Street, City and Suburban, Johannesburg.
Elandelayo Moy Street number 19 Groot Street, City and Suburban, Johannesburg ibanga 18.6 kilometers.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. We then have Groot Street at
Can
8.
we give you some time?
Yes, please.
Can we just adjourn for 15 minutes? 12 minutes past 11. 11, 12.
Let's come back at 11:30. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Can we proceed? Are you okay?
Yes, thank you. We then move over to Goud Street, which is 18.8 kilometers from the crime scene. That resides at 200 Marshall Street, city in suburban Johannesburg.
Bese siya-ke kule tower ekuthiwa Hot Street, itower ke tholakala 18.8 kilometers ikhelelayo u-200 Marshall Street, city and suburban Johannesburg.
We then move on to South Street, which is 20 kilometers. The address there is 54 Pixley Car, Isaka Seme Street, Johannesburg.
Bese kuba yi-South Street ama-kilometer awu-20 lapho-ke ibekwe endaweni yase-54 Pixley Isamaseme Street, Johannesburg.
Lastly, we have Wanderers Street, which is 25.2 kilometers, and that resides on 37 Corlet Drive, Ilovo, Sandton.
Bese siya-ke Wanderers ama-kilometer awu-25.2 ise number 37 College Drive, Ilovo, Sandton.
Thank you. Now, let's refer the court to Exhibit G1, page 11. That is the set of data for accused number 3.
Wait. Exhibit G1. G1.
Yes, on page 11.
Okay.
Page?
It says page 11. I think.
11. Is it triple G?
Yes. The one that looks like this one.
Oh, yes. Page 11.
Yes. Let's just focus on the right hand side where the towers are appearing.
Yes.
Are you there? Okay. Now, the Moy Street Tower that you are referring to, is it also appearing on this page? Page 11?
Yes, it's towards the bottom of the page, 11.
And on Hope Street Tower?
Goud Street also appears towards the bottom of the page.
Athi Moy Street na Hot Street ziyavela kulelo khasi.
Volhatter?
Yes, that does appear here.
Bathi naleyo iyavela.
Belgravia?
Belgravia is just below that.
Bathi yabe Globe Belgrave ingenzantsana kwala.
Ben Rose?
Benrose does appear here.
Bathi neBenrose yabonakala.
Heidelberg Road?
That does reflect.
NeHeidelberg Road yabonakala.
City Deep?
City Deep does appear towards the bottom.
City Deep yabonakala ngasemaphethelweni ekhasi.
Thabo Ntsako?
Please repeat.
Thabo Ntsako?
That's on the top of the page.
Thabo Ntsako isekuqaleni kwekhasi.
Ponejo?
I don't see that on page 11.
Ponejo ayibonakala ekhasini lika-11.
Sally section?
Yes, Sali section is at the top of page 11.
Sal section ikhona lapha ngenhla kwa page 11.
Bopang Khotso,
That's not on page 11.
Ubupang Khotso akekho ekhasini number 11.
are we able to find it anywhere else on this exhibit? Let me just refer you briefly to page 19.
Yes, Bopang Khotso is towards the top of the page,
Right here.
on page 19.
Right ubupang Khotso ukhona ngenhla page 19.
Foslora Square,
Yes, that does appear on page 19.
First square vela page 19.
and Sprayed View,
Spread view is not on page 19.
Page spread view akekho page 19.
are you able to find it somewhere on this exhibit? Let me refer to page 50.
50.
Yes.
Page 50.
Around 1745 or 1807, sorry. 1807.
1807, 28 seconds, we have spread view.
1807 28 seconds ngiyabonakala lapho ukuthi spread view.
Now let's refer back to exhibit triple J7A, the map. Now let's proceed to okay. Before we move away, I'm just been reminded of something on page 11 of exhibit GG1.
Page 11. Yes.
Just want to get on page 11 at 26, 10, 24, 20, 32, 57. There's empty SMS. Do you see that?
At 20,
32, 57.
20, 32, 57, yes.
Yes. And the tower that is appearing there,
Is Hout Street.
So 2032 57 ngibonakala tower vela njengo Cold Street.
and then can you confirm is the same tower that is also appearing on page 4 of exhibit triple J7A,
Yes, that is correct.
and the distance?
18.8 kilometers.
18.8 kilometers lapho yabonakala
To where?
From the crime scene.
athi ukusuka ku crime scene.
Thank you. Now let's refer back now to exhibit triple J7A. Let's proceed to page 5. Can you explain what is depicted on page 5?
On page 5, the heading should reflect hostels, crime scene, and tower locations, and that's Fosleris Gatlahong.
Kuthiwa lapho ke ikhasi number 5 ikhombisa ama-hostel indawo yesigameko ikhombisa futhi ke nalapho amathawa atholakala khona ngaphansi kwe-Fosleras Gatlehong.
The area marked X is the crime scene,
Lapho kumakwe khona ngo-X indawo yesigameko
which is close to the Sprayed View Tower.
iseduze ke nalesi tower ekuthiwa yi-Spirit View.
Towards my left is the Mazibuko Hostel,
Masiya ke ngapha kwesokunxele kutholakala ihostel esemazibuko
which is 5.3 kilometers from the crime scene.
kuthiwa ke ihostel esemazibuko amakhilomitha nje ayisihlanu kuphela ukusuka endaweni yesigameko.
And to my right is Basotho Hostel,
Ethenga kwesokudla ke kuthola iBasotho Hostel.
which is 2.6 kilometers.
Yona ke amakhilomitha 2.6 ukusuka endaweni yesigameko.
It also reflects other towers on page 5.
Ke kuveza ke namanye amathawa ke lapha kulo leli khasi lesihlanu.
It's very important that we place those towers on record as well.
Okay. Towards my left, you would find Parquet as I hover around on the top of that tower.
Ngapha ngakwesunqela uzothola lithawa kuthiwa iParquet.
In the middle, you still on my left-hand side, you would find Mosoleke Tower.
Ke khona ke lapho kumkwehla kancane uthola le kuthiwa imisiliki.
Thereafter, towards my left bottom, it is Sali section.
Uthola lapha kumkwehla ngenzansi uthola le kuthiwa usali section.
After Sali section, you then get Bonego.
Ngenzansi ke sali section ubona le kuthiwa iPonego.
And towards the left bottom, you find Tabo and Sako.
Musuya ke ngakwesunqele ke le ngenzansi uthola le kuthiwa uThabo Ntsaba.
Above the crime scene, you would see Spruit View.
Ngenhla ke kancane kwendawo yesigameko uzothola le yase Spirit View.
Towards the right bottom, you would find Phosphorus.
Ngakwesokudla ke ngenzansi uthola iPhosphorus.
And below that, it's Phosphorus as well.
Ngenzansi kwalapho uthola iPhosphorus food.
Below, still on my right-hand side, below Phosphorus Square, you would find Clinics Phosphorus.
But ngenzansi ke kukaPhosphorus Square uthola le kuthiwa Clinics Phosphorus.
And below Clinics Phosphorus, you would find Popang Khotso.
But ngenzansi kwale clinic uthola le kuthiwa iBupangkhozo.
Okay. Let me understand this from your expertise. If one is at Mazibuko Hostel, that other side, the left side,
Left side.
if one is in the vicinity of that area, are you able to pick up a tower such as the Phosphorus Square?
Yes, a Phosphorus Square is actually on my right-hand side, close to Basotho Hostel.
iPhosphorus Square ngakwesokudla eduze kweBasotho Hostel.
No, I'm asking about Mazibuko Hostel. That other side of the page. That side, yes. Where your cursor is, yes.
Yes, I don't see any towers there.
Mazibuko Hostel, I see this Sali section.
Yes,
SGS,
Sali,
Thabo.
Bonego, and Tabo and Sako.
Yes.
Yes.
So I am asking, if you are in this section, are you able to pick towers around Basotho Hostel?
No.
Bathe uma useduze kwemazibuko Hostel, amathawa aseduze uThabo Ntsako ne-Sali section nePonego. Kodwa uma ulapho ke awukwazi ukuthi uthole lamathawa aseduze neBasotho Hostel njengo Phosphorus Square no Bupangkhozo no Phosphorus.
And then, if you are at the crime scene where the red X is, will you be able to pick up the spread view SGS tower?
Yes.
Manje uma useduze nendawo yesigameko ungakwazi ukuthi uxhumane usebenzisa iSpirit View Tower.
And then what about the 2G packet?
2G pocket. Yes, there could be a possibility to pick that up as well.
Athi ale 2G phake ithawa ngenzeka ukuthi mhlawumbe ukwazi ukuthi uqhumane usebenzisa yona uma ulapha endaweni esigameni.
And then when you're at Basotho Hostel, let's start there. Which towers are the nearest?
In that vicinity, it's Vosloorus Square, Clinics.
Thiwa kuma useduze kwaBasotho Hostel amathawa ukwazi ukuthi uqhumane ngawo iFosloorus Square ne-Clinics Vosloorus.
As well as Bopang Khotso.
Ungenza futhi ukwazi ukusebenzisa neBupankgotso.
And then now let's refer back to the data. Page 11 of exhibit GG1. From 1341.20
20 seconds, Vosloorus Tower's been picked up.
Isikhathi sika 1341 and 20 seconds ithawa ke oqhunyana ngayo iFosloorus. Is it Vosloorus Square or Vosloorus?
Vosloorus.
And then until what time does it pick up the tower?
From then until until 15:11:33 seconds.
Thiwa ke kubonakala kuyiFosloorus Square but qhunyana ngayo uze kuyofika isikhathi sika 15:11:33.
Can you explain now? I see this Vosloorus West SGS2. What is that? How is it differ from SGS2?
It could be, this is the sector. We haven't picked up another tower as Vosloorus West, so I can only then suggest that it could be a sector.
Athi ke uma kuthiwa SGS2 ngoba yikho enye ithawa lapha kusho ukuthi ngenzeka nje kube enye omunye umkhakha walamathawa.
Can you just explain what is a sector?
Okay, as you would see on any of these blue towers, there's 3 directions. These are the sectors of the tower, of any towers. It points in 3 different directions.
Thiwa ke le thawa lena ibheka inhlangothi ezintathu kusho ukuthi olunye ke uhlangothi.
Okay. So regarding what you have placed from 1341 up to, is it 15, the last entry, 1618, with this Vosloorus.
1618. Well, it actually reflects at 1618-06 Vosloorus West. Just another point on Vosloorus West. I did assume that it could be a sector, but going back to this data, please remember that we have 2014 data. This is what we see currently. It could be that the Vosloorus West could be decommissioned because we have Vosloorus Square and Vosloorus in the same vicinity.
Njengoba ngenxa yokuthi kube nokuguquka kwesimo kungenzeka ukuthi ngoba kubhekwe idata eyaphuma ngo-2014 manje ngenzeka ukuthi lezi ithombe zitholakala namuhla uthola ukuthi yakhishwa yakhunyulwa lenye ithawa ngathola ukuthi njengoba yikho esesibona sekunoma tower Vosloorus Square makuthiwa decommissioned basho ukuthi-ke sebethathise leyo tower umhlala phansi ayisasebenzi.
Okay. What will be your comment regarding the presence of this device between these times where it was recording the Vosloorus tower?
I can conclude by saying that this handset endings 8169 was in the vicinity of Vosloorus during this period of 26th October, during those times.
Athi ngasho ukuthi ngomhla 26 October le number igcina 8169 yayikhona lapha endaweni ya ngalapha ngase. You said where was it?
In the Vosloorus area.
Engasendaweni yase Vosloorus.
Sorry, what's the number again? 16?
Number ending 8169.
8169.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. With all that is still on that set of data on page 11, from the first entry to the last entry on that page, can you tell the court whether this device was on motion or not?
Yes, looking at the different towers that were picked up, this device traveled from one area to another.
Ngibonakala ukuthi le makhalekhukhwini wayoxhumana namathawa amaningana kuyachaza ukuthi-ke lo makhalekhukhwini wawuhamba kuleyo ndawo wawungasimile ndawonye.
And then let's now focus. Let's zoom into 26 October 2014, 70439, where it says Heidelberg Road.
170439, yes.
Still in motion.
Yes.
Ngesikhathi se-170439 ngiyabonakala ukuthi bisanyakaza.
Okay. Let's proceed to page 6. For exhibit JJ7A.
Page 6 reflects the Basotho hostel.
That's page 6 khombisa iBasotho hostel.
An aerial photograph, what is it? What is the position?
Yes, it looks like an aerial of picture of that area.
Isikhombisa sathi kuthathwe isithombe sithathwa into engenhla kwaleyo ndawo.
And it reflects the Vosloorus tower towards the bottom of the page.
Le ngenzansi-ke ikhombisa itower yase-Vosloorus.
Okay, just before we move away from the, let's just quickly go back to page 5.
Page 5.
Yes. Are you able to show where Moleleki Tower is from that map?
Well, we don't see Moleleki Tower on this map, but from viewing the previous maps, I would say it's south of the crime scene.
Ibonakali uleli khasi Moleleki Tower kodwa-ke ucabangela ukuthi ingabe ingenzansi kwale ndawo yesigameko.
Yeah, but you can't testify like that. Where is the map? So that We must all see it. You say the previous map.
I'm taking you to the map. It should be on page 17.
Okay,
Page
so we're still
18.
getting into it. Okay, it's fine.
Yes.
Let's stay with the page number and we'll get to Moleleki when we get there.
Okay. So we are still on page 6.
Yes. I see there's 3 arrows there, and then next to those arrows, 2G phosphorus SGS. Is that a tower?
Yes, that's a tower.
Athi le bhale khona ukuthi 2G phosphorus SGS enye yamathanga.
Then if you can just refer back the physical address of this tower.
We're then going back to page 4. The distance between the crime scene and Phosphorus Tower is 2.9 kilometers.
Bathi ke ukusuka ke kwe-phosphorus tower uya lapha kundaweni esigameko amakhilomitha awu-2.9.
Okay, thank you. We'll revert back to page 4 at a later stage. I'm just looking for one document. Page 7.
Page 7 is an aerial view of the Mazibuko hostel.
Athi page 7 ikhombisa ke isithombe esiphathelwe phezulu sendawo yase hostel laseMazibuko.
Okay. Page 8.
Page 8 shows us distances. It says area 1, intersite distances, and that's between the identified towers from the data.
Kuthiwa ke khombisa lana ke ubudeke bamabanga phakathi kwamahostele ukusuka ke ku le data elethiwe.
I see that distances on this page 8, spread view to phosphorus, is the distances between the towers.
Yes.
And then the same applies to page 9.
That's correct, yes.
Athi lapha page 9 ikhombisa amabanga phakathi kwamathawa.
And then page 10 is the explanation of the distances.
That's correct.
Athi ayikhasi leshumi ke ikhombisa ke ukuthi aqaqene kangakanani lamathawa.
Okay. Now, take the course through this. Don't rush. Explain the distances from the first column until the last column.
Okay. So firstly on page 10, we have the site distances, which is highlighted in red where my mouse is. The first column is Phosphorus, second Phosphorus square, Spruit view, thereafter Popang Khotso, clinics, Parke, Mosoleke, Tabo and Sako, Sali section, and then lastly we have Bonego.
Lapho khombekisa-ke amathawa i-Phosphorus Square, Spirit View, iBupankgotse Clinics iphake, Soleke Thabo Ntsako, Sali section, nePonego.
We will start with the first row, which is Phosphorus.
Masiqala-ke ngomugqa wokuqala la khombisa-ke i-Phosphorus.
From Phosphorus to Phosphorus Square, it is 1.36 kilometers.
Suka i-Phosphorus Square is 1.36 kilometer.
To Spread View, 4 kilometers.
We are Spirit View 4 kilometer.
Bopang Khotso, 2.4
We are
kilometers.
iBupankgotse 2.4 kilometer.
Clinics, 2
We are
kilometers.
Clinics 2 kilometer.
Parke, 4.2
We are
kilometers.
4.2 kilometer.
Thereafter, Mosoleki, 3.8 kilometers.
We are Msoleki 3.8 kilometers.
Tabo and Sako, 6.2 kilometers.
We are Thabo Ntsako 6.2 kilometers.
Sali section, 4.9
We are Sali section of 4.9
kilometers.
kilometer.
Ponego is 4.2 kilometers.
Ponego 4.2 kilometers.
The second row reflects Phosphorus Square.
Mukolandelayo ke ukhombisa i-Phosphorus Square.
To Phosphorus Tower, it's 1.36 kilometers.
We are Phosphorus 1.36 kilometer.
I'd like to indicate that this chart on page 10, the distances are in kilometers. When it does change to meters, I will then mention meters, if that is fine.
Leli khasi leli likhuluma ngama-kilometer, kodwa uma sekushintsha sekukhuluma ngama-meter uzochaza.
Phosphorus Square to Spruit View is 4.
Ukusuka i-Phosphorus Square Spirit View ama-kilometer amane.
Opankotso 1.41.
iBupankgotse 1.41.
Clinics 841 meters.
Clinics 841 amameter.
Thereafter Parke 4.9.
Uke Parke 4.9.
Mosoleki 4.9.
Msoleki 4.9.
Tabo and Sako 7.5.
Thabo Ntsako 7.5.
Sali section 6.1.
Uke Sali section 6.1.
Ponego 5.5.
Uke Ponego 5.5.
We then move on to Spruit View. To Phosphorus, it's 4.
Use Spirit View ufika i-Phosphorus 4 kilometer.
Phosphorus Square 4.
Uke Phosphorus Square 4 kilometer.
Bopankgotso 5.4.
Uke iBupankgotse 5.4.
Clinics 4.8.
Uke Clinics 4.8.
Parke 2.6.
Uke Parke 2.6.
Mosoleki 3.9.
Msoleki 3.9.
Tabo 6.8.
Thabo Ntsako 6.8.
Sali 5.2.
Sali 5.2.
Ponego 5.4.
Ponego 5.4.
Bopankgotso to Phosphorus is 2.4.
iBupankgotse ke Phosphorus 2.4.
Phosphorus Square 1.41.
Phosphorus Square 1.41.
Thereafter Spruit View 5.4.
Vakaloko ke Spirit View 5.4.
Clinics is 627 meters.
Ke clinics is 627 meter.
Parke 6.3.
Ke Parke 6.3.
Mosoleki 6.1.
Soleki 6.1.
Tabo 8.5.
Thabo 8.5.
Sali 7.2.
Sali section 7.2.
Ponego 6.5.
Ponego 6.5.
We then move on to clinics. To Phosphorus is 2.
Ukusuka eclinic sephosphorus 2 kilometer.
Phosphorus square 841 meters.
Phosphorus square 841 meters.
4.8 to Spruit View.
4.8 we are Spirit View.
Popong 627 meters.
Upangkhotso 627 meters.
Parke 4.9.
We are Parke 4.9.
Mosoleki 5.7.
We are Mseleki 5.7.
Tabo Nsako 8.3.
We are Tawanzago 8.3.
Sali section 6.9.
We are section 6.9.
Ponego 6.3.
We are Paneho 6.3.
We then move on to Parke. 2 Phosphorus is 4.2.
CC okay Parke we are phosphorus 4.2.
Phosphorus square 4.9.
We are phosphorus square 4.9.
Spruit View 2.6.
So you get Spirit View 2.6.
Popangkhotso 6.3.
Upangkhotso 6.3.
Clinics 4.9.
Clinics 4.9.
Mosoleki 1.68.
Mseleki 1.68.
Tabo Nsako 4.3.
Tabanzago 4.3.
Sali section 2.7.
Sali section 2.7.
Ponego 3.3.
Paneho 3.3.
We then move on to Mosoleki to Phosphorus is 3.8.
Sisidlulake Mseleki we are phosphorus 3.8.
Phosphorus square 4.9.
Phosphorus square 4.9.
Spruit View 3.9.
Street View 3.9.
Popangkhotso 6.1.
Upangkhotso 6.1.
Clinics 5.7.
Clinics 5.7.
Parke 1.68.
Parke 1.68.
Tabo Nsako 3.
Tabanzago 3.
Sali section 1.33.
Sali section 1.33.
Ponego 1.59.
Paneho 1.59.
We then move on to Tabo Nsako
Sidlulake Tabanzago.
6.2 to Phosphorus.
We are phosphorus 6.2.
Phosphorus square 7.5.
We are phosphorus square 7.5.
Spruit View 6.8.
We are Spirit View 6.8.
Popangkhotso 8.5.
We are Upangkhotso 8.5.
Clinics 8.3.
We are Clinics 8.3.
Parke 4.3.
We are Parke 4.3.
Mosoleki 3.
We are Mseleki 3.
Sali section 1.64.
We are Sali section 1.64.
And Ponego 1 kilometer.
We are Paneho 1 kilometer.
We move on to Sali section. To Phosphorus is 4.9.
So Sali section 4.9.
Phosphorus square 6.1.
We are phosphorus square 6.1.
Spruit View 5.2.
We are Spirit View 5.2.
Popangkhotso 7.2.
We are Upangkhotso 7.2.
Clinic 6.9.
We are Clinic 6.9.
Parke 2.7.
Parke 2.7.
Mosoleki 1.33.
Mseleki 1.33.
Tabo Nsako 1.64.
Yabo Tabanzago 1.64.
Ponego 1.13.
We are Paneho 1.13.
Lastly, we move to Ponego. To Phosphorus is 4.2.
Manje we at Paneho we are phosphorus 1.42.
4.2.
4.2.
Phosphorus square 5.5.
We have phosphorus square 5.5.
Spruit View 5.4.
We have Spirit View 5.4.
Popangkhotso 6.5.
We have Upangkhotso 6.5.
Clinic 6.3.
We have Clinic 6.3.
Parke 3.3.
We have Parke 3.3.
Mosoleki 1.59.
We have Mseleki 1.59.
Tabo Nsako 2,
Uyeta Nsako 2,
and Sali section 1.13.
Uyake Sali section 1.13.
Okay, thank you. Let's just quickly refer back to page 4 of exhibit J7A. As well as page 6 of J7A, Basutu Hostel. Do you know the address of this hostel?
No.
Athi ayenzini ikhelaleli hostel ekuthiwa Basutu hostel wathi cha.
But you have already testified about the address of the tower in Foslores.
Yes.
Wathi sengithe ufazi ngethawa yaseFosloras.
I'm going to quickly refer you to exhibit E5, just the highlighted part. My lord, why the court order this? That's true.
Is it what? Triple?
E5. It's a section 2, it's a statement that is accompanied by section 236 statement of accused number 1. Just want to show the address there, my lord, only. The highlighted part.
The highlighted part is 43 Sutu Hostel, Water Drive, Foslores South, and Rislu.
Thank you.
So la highlight khona go number 43 Suto Hostel, Water Drive, Foslores South.
My lord, on the list of exhibits, it's entry number 88, net bank statement of accused number 1. Thank you. Thank you. Page 11.
On page 11, you would find area 2, which indicates JHB is Joburg, CBD is the city center, tower locations.
Wathi ke lapha ke ku ekhasini number 11 uthole area 2 la ikhoza ukuthi isegoli phakathi nedolobha nokuthi amathawa ke akhona ala.
On this page, you would find South Street on the my left-hand side.
Wathi ke ngakwesokunqala uzothola le tower ekuthiwa South Street.
Goat in the middle.
I-Hot Street uzothola lapha nendawo.
Just below that is Moy.
Ethi enzansi kwalapho uzothola umoya.
Towards my right, it's Volhuta.
Ngabula right uzothola le ethiwa uVolhuta.
Above that, on my right, it's Belgravia.
Ngenhla kwaleyo uzothola uBelgravia.
And below that is Benrose.
Ngenzansi ke kwalapho uthola uBenrose.
Thank you. And I noticed there's George Koch Hostel.
That's correct, yes.
And then the nearest tower location, tower.
The closest tower to that hostel is Benrose.
So itower eseduze naseGeorge Koch Hostel iBenrose.
And then page 11, exhibit DD5 from figure 1.
Yes.
When does the record shows Benrose?
Oh, on page 11. On page 11, you would find the first time of Benrose is at 17:34:48 seconds.
Uqala ke ukubona iBenrose lapha ekhasini number 11 ngesikhathi sika 17:34 and 48 seconds.
Thereafter, at 17:34:59 seconds.
Emva kwalawo isikhathi 17:34:59 seconds.
Then again at 17:37:01 seconds.
Emva kwalawo isikhathi 17:37:01 wamasekondi.
And then lastly, 17:39:36 seconds.
Emva kwalawo 17:39:36 seconds.
Can you confirm two aspects for me? I know you have done this previously. Version of accused number 5 is that, and number 3, that a photograph of them together was taken at George Koch Hostel around this time. What will be your comment?
If they were around there during that time, then they were picked up by the Benrose Tower.
I think the state needs to put that information on record very fully. It must also mention the date.
At the time.
At the time.
It's 26 October, around 17:25, 17:30.
No, it needs to be very specific. The time is there on section 205.
Oh,
You can't say around. There's no time known as around. The
Okay.
date, the month, the year, and the
26.
specific time.
26 October 2014, 17:34, 48 to 17:37:01.
Yes, it does reflect as the Benrose Tower during
That's right.
that time.
Thina isikhathi esika 17 enyangeni kaOctober 2014. So ka 17:34 and 48 ukufika ngo 17:39:36 ikhombisa ukuthi ke ithawe baqhumana ngayo iBenrose Tower.
I want to show you also a photograph, exhibit S, annexus A. It's exhibit S. Yes. My colleague will show you the photograph.
Yes.
That is the photograph that I'm referring to.
Yeah, but it's photo number what?
Image.
Just at the bottom, there's
It says page 17, George Koch.
just, can I have that so I can refer the code to the page number? Can I get that?
17.
Page number. Page 17, my lord. It's going to be photograph number 17
Okay.
of exhibit S. Okay, I'll highlight where I want you to read. Ma'am?
On this image, it gives IMG dash 2014 10/26, which looks to be the date. Thereafter, it's dash 17/28/39 dash 001.
Thina lapha kubonakala sengathi igama lesithombe iqala ngo-IMG 2014 10/26 okubonakala sengathi usuku ebese kuba no-17/28/39-001.
I'm told that is the time when the photo was taken. Is it still covered by the duration of this device in the Penrose Tower?
Yes, that is correct.
But yabonakala ukuthi le sisithombe sami sithathwe ngaso isikhathi lapho kubonakala khona ukuthi lo umakhalekhukhwini babe bonakala beseduze netower yaseBenrose.
And then does the device, from the time the photo was taken, proceeds to be in motion?
Yes, between 1734 and 1739.
Ati yabo kuyabonakala ukuthi le umakhalekhukhwini obuloku ubonakala unyakaza phakathi kwalezi sikhathi 1734 kuyofika u-1739.
Thank you. You can bring it back. Still on- Then page 12.
Yes.
What is depicted there?
On page 12, it's activities for the 27th of October, which starts on 8:55, 28, and ends on the 28th of October, 2014 at 9:37:10. We then see various towers picked up. The first on the top of the page being Moy Street. Towards the middle of the page, it then reflects Fox and Jeppe, Drosty, Belgravia Towers, and then it ends with Hout Street at the bottom.
28 October, so isikhathi ka 8:55:28 kuyabonakala amatower kabe lokuthintwa ilabo makhalekhukhwini oqala ngobo Moy ekuyogcina lapha ngako Jeppe.
Okay. And then on page 13 is the explanation of what is contained on page 12. Is that correct? Page 13.
Of the map.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, page 13 ila uchaza ukuthi amabanga alapha ku page 12.
Okay. Can we proceed to place them on record? Just check the time.
We then have inter-site distances again. The first column being the sites. Thereafter, Sour Street, Wanderers, Goud Street, Moy Street, Volhuter Street Tower, Belgravia, Benrose, and Heidelberg Road. We then start with the first tower, which is Sour Street to Wanderers, which is 8.3 kilometers.
Siqala lapha ngeSouth Street kuyohandra so 8.3 km.
Thereafter, Goud is 1.41,
Emva kwaloko iGout is 1.41,
Moy Street 1.51,
Moy Street 1.51,
Volhunter 3.3,
Volhunter ke 3.3,
Belgravia 4.2,
Belgravia 4.2,
Benrose 4.6,
Penrose 4.6,
Heidelberg Road 4.6.
Heidelberg Road 4.6.
We then look at Wanderers as the site. To South Street, it's 8.3.
Sibheke Wanderers kuyose South Street to 8.3,
Goud Street 8.3,
Gout Street 8.3 futhi,
Moy Street 8.6,
Moy Street 8.6,
Volhunter 8.6,
Volhunter ke 8.6 futhi,
Belgravia 8.4,
Belgravia 8.4,
Benrose 9.3,
Penrose 9.3,
Heidelberg Road 10.5.
Heidelberg Road 10.5.
We move on to Goud Street to South Street. which is
Moy Street siya eSour Street,
1.41
1.41 kilometer.
to Wanderers 8.3
Masiya Wanderers 8.3.
to Moy Street 269 meters,
Okay, Moy Street to 269 meter.
Volhunter 1.96
Okay,
kilometers,
Volhata 1.96 kilometers.
Belgravia 2.8,
Belgravia 2.8.
Benrose 3.2,
Benrose 3.2.
Heidelberg Road 3.3.
Heidelberg Road 3.3.
Thereafter, Moy Street
Mvaloko Mukawa Moy Street.
to Sour Street is 1.51,
South Street 1.51.
Wanderers 8.6,
Wanderers 8.6.
Gold Street 269 meters,
Goud Street 269 meters.
Volhunter 1.91,
Volhata 1.91.
Belgravia 2.9,
Belgravia 2.9.
Benrose 3.2,
Okay, Penrose 3.2.
Heidelberg 3.1.
Heidelberg 3.1.
Volhunter being the tower to South Street is 3.3,
Ukusuka Volhata ukuyafika eSawa 3.3.
Wanderers 8.6,
Wanderers 8.6.
Goud Street 1.96,
Goud Street 1.96.
Moy Street 1.91,
Moy Street 1.91.
to Belgravia 996 meters,
Okay, Belgravia 996.
Benrose 1.32,
Penrose 1.32.
Heidelberg Road 2 kilometers.
Heidelberg Road 3.2 kilometers.
We then move on to Belgravia being the site. To South Street it's 4.2,
Belgravia uyeSawa 1.4.2.
Wanderers 8.4,
Wanderers 8.4.
Goud Street 2.8,
Goud Street 2.8.
Moy Street 2.9,
Moy Street 2.9.
Volhunter 996 meters,
Volhata 996.
Benrose 885 meters,
Penrose 885.
and Heidelberg Road 2.3.
Heidelberg Road 2.3.
We then move on to Benrose. To South Street is 4.6.
Kusuka ePenrose South Street 4.6.
Thereafter to Wanderers 9.3.
Ukuya eWanderers 9.3.
Goud Street 3.2.
Ukuya Goud Street 3.2.
Moy Street 3.2.
Ukuya Moy Street 3.2.
Volhunter 1.32.
Volhata 1.32.
Belgravia 885 meters.
Ukuya Belgravia 885 meter.
Heidelberg Road 1.5 kilometers.
Ukuya Heidelberg Road 1.59 kilometers.
Lastly, we move on to Heidelberg Road being the site or tower.
Masigcina Heidelberg Road.
To South Street it's 4.6.
eSawa 4.6.
Wanderers 10.5.
Wanderers 10.5.
Goud Street 3.3.
Goud Street 3.3.
Moy Street 3.1.
Moy Street 3.1.
Volhunter 2.
Volhata 2.
Belgravia 2.3.
Belgravia 2.3.
And lastly, Benrose 1.59.
Ugcina ke iPenrose 1.59.
Thank you. Now I want us to stay with the Johannesburg CBD inter-site distances. The 27th of October 2014 starts on page 11, exhibit DD5F, Roman figure 1. And I want us to mainly focus on the tower that are picked up.
At what time?
Now let's start on page 11 from 080817.
080817 seconds on the 27th of October 2014. Moy Street was picked up as the tower.
080817 ithoka hlangana nayo lapha Moy Street.
Thereafter, at 8:23:59 seconds, Moy Street was still picked up.
8:23:59 seconds, say Moy Street.
Yes, then let's proceed to page 12.
On page 12, still on the 27th of October at 8:55, 28 seconds, it's Moy Street.
Umhla 27 October ngo 8:55:28 kusem uyanmoy street.
And then thereafter,
11:18:01, it's Goud Street.
Ngo 11:18:01 kuse Hope Street.
and then
Thereafter, 12:24:29, it's Moy Street.
Ngo 12:24:29 umoy street.
okay, let's quickly refer to 14:15:43.
14:15. 14:15, 43 seconds. We have Grace Street.
Ngo 14:15:43 sibona lapha umgwaqo uCrazy Street.
And then when does it pick up Moy Street again on the 27th of October?
At 14:29:59 seconds, it then picks up Moy Street.
14:29:28 second ilapha ipick up futhi umoy street.
And Goud Street?
Goud Street is at same date, 27th October, at 14:44:51 seconds.
Ngo 14, what is the time again?
14:44:51 seconds.
But iphina pick up Hope Street ngesikhathi ka 14:44 and 51 seconds.
Which is okay. Do you know where this 2G Grace Street SGS1 is located? Or you have to find out?
That is around Johannesburg city center.
Athi ke le Grace Street itholakala phakathi nedolobha laseJohannesburg.
And then at 17:20:11, there's Fox Street that is picked up.
17:20:11 seconds. That is Fox Street.
So ngo 17:20:11 kukhona letha ikuthiwa Fox Street yona eqhunyana nayo.
And then the GP SGS at 17:24.
17:24:34 seconds. It's Jeffy.
So 17:24:34 JP Street.
And then Drostihof.
Drostihof is at 17:33:25 seconds.
17.
17:33:24 seconds.
Ngo 17:33 and 24 seconds pick up a Drostihof.
You already testified about Belgravia. Now let us go to the last activity of the 27th of October 2014 at 21:28:20 MOC for 2 seconds.
The 2 seconds call was made from the number ending 8169 to the number ending 0599, and that was in Moy Street, lasting 2 seconds.
Umhla 27 to 21:28 and 20 number egcina ngo-8169 yashayela uyashayela number egcina ngo-0511 bahlala ke imizuzwana emibili kuphela.
Okay, from what you have placed on record for the 27th of October 2014, will you say that this device was able to leave the Johannesburg CBD intersite?
During this time, it was within the city of Johannesburg.
Njengalesi sonke ile makhalekhukhwini otholakala esendaweni yaseJohannesburg.
Thank you. Page 14.
Page 14. is Area 3, Lifter and Frieda and Sonia Towers.
Page 14 lapha ukhombisa indawo ekuthiwa ilifte and Friede neBasonia ukuthi ke amathawa ke kunamabanga angakanani phakathi wala mathawa kule ndawo.
And then page 15.
On page 15, it just translates to the distances as reflected on page 14.
Page 15 ukhombisa amabanga abonakala lapha ekhasini u14.
Are you able to place the distances on record?
Lefter and Frieda to Basonia is 4.3 kilometers.
Suka ke elifta and Friede ukuyofika eBasonia 4.3 kilometers.
And Basonia to Lefter and Frieda is 4.3 kilometers.
Ukusuka eBasonia uya elifta and Friede 4.3 kilometers.
Page 16, Moleleki SGS crime scene to crime scene.
The distance from the Moleleki Tower to Ofro from the crime scene is 6.3 kilometers.
Suka ile tower eMleleki SGS ukuyofika endaweni yesigameko ama-kilometers 6.3 kilometers.
And do you have the physical address of this Moleleki SGS tower?
No, I don't.
Alikho ke ikheli lale tower ekuthiwa iMleleki SGS ukuthi lithola kuyiphi indawo.
I just want to go back to page 4 to see if it might appear there. Osaleki. Unfortunately, we do not have Moleleki Tower.
Alikho ikheli leMleleki lapha ku page 4.
Okay. My Lord, I will cross-reference at this stage with Exhibit J1.
T.
J1.
J1.
That's correct. Okay, I'm just waiting for the witness to get the document.
J1.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I have it.
Yes, you got it. You have the statement. Let's refer to the addendum to your manual statement.
The addendum on. Oh, got it.
You got it. The last, call it a paragraph, where it says a number ending with 2498, page 667, Amadata, page 118, GPRS.
Yes, that's correct.
From these pages, are you able to tell the court the last tower in which this phone number picked up?
Yawazi nibona ukuthi yiphi tower yagcina ukuthintwa ile phone?
On page 667 of 1189, the last tower was Moleleki on the 26th of October at 21:52 56 seconds.
Ngigcina ithawa ukuthinta umleleki ngomhla 26 ku-October ngesikhathi kwaku-21 52 and 56 seconds.
I'm just moving over to page 1188. On 1188 of 1189 pages, the last entry was at 26, 21, 52, 42 seconds, and it also reflects Molaleki Tower at the bottom of the page.
From 26 October, started 21, 52 and 42 seconds. Ithinta lapho kusewumleleki.
Okay, just on that, was there an activity there? The last entry that you just placed on record?
The last entry on page 667 was an SMS, and the last entry on 1188 was GPRS usage.
Ukugcina la ngo-1188 kwaku-GPR usage ne-SMS.
Is it fine? Okay. Now, still on the addendum, did the phone belonging to the deceased ending with 551, phone belonging to Longotwala ending with 0436, phone number belonging to Kelly Kumalo 4358, pick up this Moleleki Tower on or around 21:52:56.
We can refer to the pages. So for the number ending 9551, we can look at page 361 to 365.
Is the call, Madam, it must not be assumed by the state when it puts it on record that the number that belongs to Longwe, and it goes on to list that number, and the number that belongs to Kelly Kumalo, and the state goes on to list that number, that we are admitting, or on behalf of accused number 3, it is admitted that those numbers indeed belong to those people that have been mentioned. That is despite the fact that the state might have made endeavors on the RICA to bring along their RICA document. It's been demonstrated before court how problematic that RICA document is. So without those witnesses coming to testify and confirm that this is indeed my number or a number that I was using during this particular period, that information or that number, or in fact that evidence that relates to that number, will be on record on a provisional basis, such that if they don't come, it should then have to be expunged from the record, my lord. I just wanted to put that on record, such that the state does not come and say that the defense actually had no objection and they acquiesced to the fact that these are the numbers that actually belong to Longwe and O'Kelly. Thank you, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Usmanda, what's your answer?
My lord, I've got a very short answer. Exhibit 01, Colonel Stein embarked on a process of identifying these numbers by employing various methods, looking at common contacts, RICA information, and he came to a conclusion, an XDX, my lord, to say this number belongs to this particular person.
And he was taken
And
under
RICA
cross-examination, was he not?
He was taken through cross-examination.
Okay.
As the call, please.
Yes, that's the answer for you, Mr. Mnisi, by the state. They say it's a short one.
that's a record document which on its own is a hearsay evidence, my lord. The owner is still there. We haven't received this court information that Ms. Kelly Kumalo is deceased or Longetwala is deceased. They are the people who can come. Let me actually put it like this, my lord. The value or the credibility of the authenticity as to how those numbers belong are the owners of those numbers. That will be Kelly and Longwe. Up until such time they come here and say, indeed, these are our numbers. What is contained in the record document remains a hearsay.
So even the evidence of the experts.
That is also hearsay, my lord.
Yeah, I'm
Because
just saying, no, I want to
Yes.
understand you.
Yes, ma'am.
That an expert comes here
Yes,
and says that this number is the number of Rata Mokhocheng.
yes.
You say Rata Mokhocheng must come and testify.
That is exactly my
Okay, fine.
argument.
Yeah, fine. You can argue that.
Because the expert says this number belongs to Ratamu Kwate,
Yeah.
but that expert has not verified with Ratamu Kwate
No,
that
no.
this is
That's
indeed
not
your
the- that's
number.
not the way I
You went
understand.
into the system
Okay, fine.
and retrieved the information. That is hearsay.
Yeah, do whatever you have to do.
Thank you,
Mr.
my lord. I
Mr.
just wanted
Sibande,
to put that
do you agree
information
with
on
the
record.
submission?
Thank you.
No, my lord. I think my lord has already answered him that he can argue this point.
Yeah, fine.
As the
Okay.
court is.
You're entitled to argue every point.
Excuse
Okay.
me, my lord.
I say you're entitled to argue every point.
Most definitely.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah. Let's hear.
Something.
Yes.
I just want to clarify something also for the defense.
Mm.
We have an affidavit by Kelly Kumalo who mentioned these two numbers that they belong to her. And
Does the state have that affidavit?
this was discovered
No,
by
my lord. It was disclosed to the defense.
So what should I make of that, Mr. Mgumezulu?
I'm trying to ease the point that Kelly Kumalo has indeed
At least
confirmed.
she has admitted
Yes,
her number
her
in an
number.
affidavit.
in an affidavit.
I see.
It is unfortunate that the defense seems to be in cross purpose, my lord. But that is to me, that's procedure. What I've just submitted to the court here is procedure. Whether Kelly said, this is what this is my number in the alleged affidavit, that is neither here nor there, my lord.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, let's hear Mr.
My
Sibanda.
lord, before I start this point, I see it's almost 1 o'clock. And
How far are you still going to go with the witness in the stand?
we're not very far, my lord.
But will you finish today?
No, my lord, no.
You won't finish
I
today.
won't finish today. And the witness has commitments after 2 o'clock, my lord.
He's got commitments.
Indeed, so, my lord.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got to sit during the recess then. Yeah, when are you again available, ma'am? Because I'm
When
told you have
you
an
are-
engagement today at 2.
Yes, today.
Fine. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, etc.
Shall we make it from Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday
Okay.
next week?
Okay. Is that okay? Wednesday?
My lord, it's the last day of the session today. It's the last
You know,
day.
you guys don't want to sit during the recess.
Yes, my lord.
Is that
That's the
common?
agreement.
Common.
Yes.
So that the JP mustn't say, "Le judge ifuna ukukhola mahala le."
That's the
I'm prepared to sit. But you guys, if you're saying, I don't know, you don't want to sit because of whatever reason, I can't take the camel to the well.
My lord, I've already made commitments during the recess period.
Mr. Ramsipidi, you said you're easy.
I still stand on that point. ma'am.
And Mr. Mnisi said he pleads no contest.
No, he's with me on
No,
that point.
I said I'm in the hands of the court.
I don't have hands. Okay, it's unfortunate. We'll have to postpone the evidence of this witness in the stand to a date which is suitable to all of us. So if it's after the term what do you call this? The recess period is how long? 4 weeks.
Yes, it's 4 weeks.
4
my
weeks.
lord.
So when do we come? When do you normally resume? The first. Is it the third term or the fourth term?
It's the third term.
The
my
third
lord.
term starts on what?
The third term starts on the 22nd of July.
22nd of July.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. You would be available after that,
That's the court business.
Mr. Sibanlo. What's your view?
We are available,
Ms.
my
Shololo
lord.
says she has made arrangements to go to Mauritius.
Lucky, my lord, we are available.
Hmm?
We are available to even sit on weekends.
No, but she says she can't sit during the recess.
It's unfortunate, my lord, that she's not available.
Okay, then we'll postpone to the 22nd of July. I'm sorry about this, because it will cut your evidence in half. Yeah, you wanted to say something, sir?
There is something that accused number 3 wants to bring to my attention.
Yeah, fine.
And also, my lord, perhaps it should be clarified on behalf of all accused persons that the recess is not the request of the lawyers, but it's the entire court sitting, not sitting that during that period, my lord, because their perception is that perhaps we are dragging the matter, and it shouldn't be that
Okay.
perspective, my lord.
Kuthiwa kuchaze lana ukuthi njengoba kuzovalwa kuqala ngaleli viki esiya kulona awusho ukuthi lokhu kucelwe abameli ukuze idonse icala cha ukuthi nje inkantolo zonke ziyavala kuze kuyofika umhla 22 July lapho eziyovula khona inkantolo azivulwa abameli azivulwa inkantolo kodwa abaphethe inkantolo zonke eMzansi jikelele abakhethwa ukuthi ngalesi sikhathi lesi kuyiwa ku recess ikhefu lama lenkantolo zonke.
Yeah, recess, just a reminder. You know, this recess, it was a colonial entrapment. When the Union of South Africa started, even before then, judges used to be from England. So they had to go and see their families, you know, about twice a year. So they came with a contraption called recess. And it has carried on, even up to today. But it was specifically made for judges who came from England and Holland. Okay, so that is the history.
I think the fraternity must take it up with the Minister of Justice. It's
South
archaic.
South Africans love holidays. They have a holiday on the 16th of June. Then they have the most important thing, which is the inauguration of the president on Wednesday. Then we don't have a holiday on that day. That's South Africa, Mr. Minister.
Can I be excused for the period, 22nd of July?
Oh, where are you going to?
I've got a tightly held matter that I'll be busy with, but my colleague will carry on.
Mr. DeFoss?
Yes.
Oh, Judge DeFoss, rather.
It's for judgment.
Okay, so we'll see each other then on the 22nd. Yeah.
Ona ngalelo langa lika mhla ka 22 ku July nizisile na